They won't tell you this.
We were never taught this, right? But what do you do when fear, doubt, and uncertainty start to overwhelm you to the point that you lose sight of God, right? What do you do when nighttime you can't sleep? You just staring at the bills that just keep piling up, man, and you just wondering if you ever catch a break. Your mortgage due, your rent's overdue, or your phone's blowing up with collections, and the stress is just eating you alive. What do you do in that situation? Where when you lose someone that you love, and the pain, it just feels like it will never fade away. It's just such heaviness on your chest, man, that it's hard to breathe. What do you do with that? Or when you feel betrayed by the ones you love, man, the ones that were supposed to protect you, but instead they took advantage of you. And you get to a point where you just like, man, you don't know if you should keep believing in God, because you wondering, what's the point? Is it worth it? What do you do in that? Or what happens, let's be real honest, when you feel like everybody else's prayers are being answered except for you, right? When you can see the evidence in their life that God is moving in their life, right? But it seems like God forgot about you, right? You keep asking for the same thing over and over again, and it just seems like your prayers are just getting lost in the air, man. And you feel like God just got you on the back burner, right? And it feels like God has just cut you off and left you out, and it's like you in the waiting room and no one's checking on you. I mean, it's hard to keep the faith when no one's listening, but we were never taught how to deal with that, right? People just tell us, oh, have faith and trust in God, right? But they don't tell us what's the steps that we need to take when doubts start to creep in, and we feel like we're sinking. Just like Peter, when he got out of the boat and he started walking, and he had his eyes on Jesus, right? And he was walking on the water. But the moment that when the wind started raging and it started getting more violent, he took his eyes off Jesus for a split second, and then he started sinking in. This is the same thing when doubt overwhelms us and then we lose sight of Jesus, right? What are we supposed to do in that situation when our faith are being tested and we just can't see the other side, man? It's just so overwhelming and suffocating. What do you do in that situation? I mean, Peter gave us a good example. As he was sinking, what he did was he screamed out to God. He screamed out to Jesus. He said, Lord, save me. So in other words, that's the same example that we're supposed to follow to deal with this type of situation. We can't let doubt isolate you. You have to bring it to God. I mean, you can't hide it from him anyways because he already knows. So it'd be pointless for you to do so. You're not supposed to bottle it up. You're supposed to be raw and be honest and have a conversation with God. And you have to talk to God, man. And always remind yourself, one thing that's worked for me when doubts start to creep in, I always remind myself of all the faithfulness of God in the past. Every time he showed me that who he is, every time he showed up in my life, whether small or big, remind yourself of that. And also hold on to his promises. Because just because what your eyes are seeing right now, that's not your reality forever. I mean, I know the devil wants you to believe what your eyes are seeing. See, people don't talk about that much. That the devil can tempt you with the truth. Yeah, he's the father of lies, but he can use the truth to distort you. For instance, your bills are just piling up, right? You getting that eviction notice, right? Your car notes due. These are all truth, right? And he wants you to believe in it and to think that God is not helping you, since God hasn't come in time, at the time that you want God to come in. But God always show up on his own time. So the devil wants you to trust that. So now he's tempting you with the truth and make you feel like, hey, God has forgotten about you. God's not worried about you. Or you too far gone. Just give up. Right? But thank God we walk by faith and not by sight. So just because what's going on right now, just because what my eyes can see, doesn't mean that God has forgotten about me, especially since his word say he will never leave me or abandon me. Excuse me. So the best thing for you to do is when you're going through these type of things, when your faith has been shaken, when doubt is creeping and you don't know what to do, is to bring it to God. Bring it to God. And I guarantee you that he will handle it.